Hi, my name is Rusty Shannon, and this is the Aeronca Champ 7DC.
Champ first saw the skies in the 1940s, released as a direct competitor to the Piper Cub. The tandem two-seat tailwheel design of the Aeronca Champ make it a perfect weekend cruiser or trainer. This airplane is simple, docile, and leaves you wanting more airtime. Let's hear about it from Rusty.
Oh, I got started in aviation. It was a family thing. My dad, my uncles, two of my uncles, all have flown. So I was in an airplane at an early age. Actually grew up in a J3 Cub. Literally, me on one side of the stick in the front seat and my brother on the other side. And we flew off of a field not too far from where we're at right now, a grass strip. My history is growing up like that, having a love of aviation, going to all the fly-ins all over Texas, a lot of them that aren't even around anymore. My brother went into aviation before I did. He got his pilot's license quickly. And I had a little different interest at the time as a young man, and then as I got older, I too caught the bug and got my license and have been flying a lot ever since, trying to make every fly-in I can get to. So I fly on the nice days, but it's all for pleasure. I also incorporate flying into my business. I'm in the real estate business, and I fly a lot to all the aviation air parks, including stuff like where we're at today at Hilltop. So the Champ, this particular Champ, became a part of, and it's a partnership plane. And one of the partners is a good friend of mine. He flew north into North Texas to meet a guy that was bringing a plane down. I didn't really know the whole specifics, but anyway, he called me and he said, "Hey, I think I'm gonna make a deal with this guy on a Champ, and you want in on it?" And I said, "Well, I'm not really, looking for a Champ or anything." But he said, "Well, it's a pretty nice one, you might." And I said, "Well, if you want me in on it." So he said, "Okay, so I'm gonna do the deal." Okay, cool. Well, 2 or 3 weeks later, I still hadn't come out to see the airplane, and he called me and says, "You need to come check out this plane." And I was like, "Okay." And in my mind, he didn't give me much description. We're dudes, it's just a Champ. So in my mind, I had an orange, old drab, you know how they all are, they're all the same. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just what I pictured. And when I got to the hangar and walked in, I kind of went, "Huh, wheel pants, huh? Nice little paint job," and as I went to going around it, this is a nice airplane. It's got the O200 upgrade. It was a 7 AC and converted into a 7 DC, and so it does have electric start. It doesn't have ADS-B. I told you I grew up in a J3. I also learned to fly in that same J3. So a Champ is a derivative of a J3 Cub. The J3 was part of the World War II training exercises and became very popular. And the Champ, they went and took a J3, and their whole goal was to improve upon it, is the story that I understand. So compared to a J3, you have, you fly it, solo it from the back. Well, front seats from the Champ, they're both tandem, both tail draggers. A little wider cockpit in the Champ, a little more comfortable. Being in the front, you have more visibility, over the top. It's a little shorter. I love them both for different reasons, but a Champ is a great flying airplane. We love to fly this airplane every opportunity we get. It's pretty basic. When we get inside, you'll see we've got a handheld radio that was put in, afterwards. We've got audio. Other than that, a 496 GPS just to kind of get us around. Mainly the engine and the electric start, which is nice. I don't mind hand propping, but it is pretty nice to be able to get in and turn the key on. With the upgraded engine, it has a wing tank in the top. I think we're 13 here and 5 up top. The fuel burn in this thing, we have about 2 to 2.5 hours of time in it. It does burn more with a O200. But I'll tell you, the O200, as in everybody will tell you about every airplane, a power plant upgrade just changes the nature of the plane significantly. And I like the J3. I liked it having a 65. It made you had to think about what you're doing. And the O200 in this Champ, it should have been It should have come out with an 0200. It's the perfect motor for this thing. It's got plenty of power. It gets off the ground easy, flies real nice. Particularly because of my business, which is aviation real estate. I get to visit all of the different air parks and airstrips. I say all of them, a lot of them I get to go into. I get invited in, and I service primarily the greater Houston area. The company is called Search Texas Air Parks. Being an aviator is fairly important, I think, in the aviation real estate business. When somebody calls you and they need a property and it's aviation related, they don't have to explain to me what's going on and what they're looking for. I ask them, first question is, what are you flying? And pilots are world renowned about telling you what they fly and why they fly it and why theirs is the best. And so, quite honestly, when you tell me what you fly, I already have a picture in my mind of who you are just because of the plane that you own. I do like to fly. I like the short trips. I like to go into different places. I like grass strips. I like to fly old aircraft. So everything I have is, or have access to, is vintage, slow, old junkers, I call them, that just are fun to fly. I like to fly for the fun of it, not for the utility necessarily, except for in my business. You can go to searchtexasairparks.com. That's one word, searchtexasairparks.com. You can also do the same thing on Facebook. Just go into Search Texas Air Parks and you can find me there.
Are you ready to go fly?
Yes, let's go fly.
While Dakota's getting ready to take you guys up for a flight, let me talk to you about today's sponsor for the video, Surfshark. So Surfshark is a VPN, virtual private network. I use it a lot when I travel for a couple different reasons. Primarily, it's security. So if you're ever hooked up to a Wi-Fi at a restaurant or public Wi-Fi, that may not be a real Wi-Fi. It might be some hacker like selling you it's a real Wi-Fi, and then you log in and they got all your information. They can track everything you do. So you don't want that, and Surfshark protects you from that. But also, I travel a lot internationally, and so, the streaming services have different regional locations. So if I want to watch Netflix in the USA to get my shows that I like to watch and I'm overseas, through Surfshark, it has me log in through their server in the United States, and then I get to watch all the Netflix shows. Or say you live in the United States and you want to watch some of the Netflix in the UK, you can do the exact same thing. That way you get to watch the shows you want to watch. And right now, get an exclusive Surfshark holiday deal. Enter code Flying Doodles and get up to an additional 6 months of Surfshark for free. Go to surfshark.deal/Flying Doodles or click the link in the description. And thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video and helping me stay protected while I'm traveling or anywhere in the world.
Ready?
I am ready.
All right, we'll give it a few primer pumps.
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly out.
Yeah, we'll get it.
All right, loud and clear.
All right, awesome. We're going to go ahead and taxi down in front of you. All right, we're going to cut across the grass right here.
All right.
Because we can. All right, we'll go ahead and get our run up going.
All right.
I think we're ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Hilltop Lakes traffic, White Champ 3698, Echo departing 17 and be turn out to the southeast. Hilltop.
Well, a little more than I thought it was. Look at that. When you come out from behind those trees right there, there's always a crosswind gust.
I would say it handled it like a champ, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right. You want it?
Sure.
It's your plane.
I got controls.
And trim's here.
All right. I can't see any gauges, so.
It's okay. You don't need to. We're going to go kind of that way.
Okay.
Or wherever you want to go. Here's your airspeed, so
Okay.
you're good.
Cool.
No, I usually fly at about 2400, 2450. It creeps on you. This one the throttle will creep on you, so you kind of got to keep your hand on the throttle.
Gotcha.
There's Steve up there.
Yeah, I saw him rocket by.
Yeah, he does that.
They're leaving us in their dust.
Yeah. We'll plug it in here. You just go in the same direction they're going.
All right.
So we'll head off that way.
All right.
I'll give you
I'll let you just kind of direct me.
yeah, just do your thing. That's the beauty about one of these is
you're not going to get anywhere fast, and you're not going to deviate too far off of the plan because you're just not fast enough.
Hey, I like low and slow. I think it's fun.
I do too.
What's my altitude looking like?
You're about 2,000. This is, if you're good with this, I just level off. And I usually fly a lot lower than this, but that's just me. And then you might want to pull it back out a little bit. I'll pull it back out to somewhere in there. It'll creep on you. You just kind of got. I'm tuned into it to listen to it. I know when it's starting to get a little faster.
Yeah, I can hear it. Kind of keep it about where it is.
But you're doing good.
All right.
Oh, stick and runner, girl.
I can't see my altimeter, so I'm just kind of using sight picture. You let me know if I need to move.
You're actually doing real well. You might want to turn it around a little bit over this way. All right. And then straighten it up. And, you know, as long as we're heading in the right general direction, we'll be fine.
Sounds good to me.
I grew up, you know, over this area. We would fly every weekend or so, every time we came to the ranch or the farm. And it is a cow pasture that we flew out of, so there was, you know, the plane was dirty all the time. I don't remember the plane getting that many wash jobs. It was mainly just to come in and have fun, fly.
I love it though. I mean, you know, I went the whole career track and I've got all the certificates and everything, but truly this is the flying that I love.
I'm glad to hear that. You know, I know a lot of corporate guys, and you know, and I understand. A lot of the guys, you know, they punch the clock, drive their bus, and then come home. But then the guys that I really know, because of, you know, we fly a lot together, and I get to meet them, are, you know, they fly all day, and then come home and fly for fun. Yeah. And I got a friend that's a crop duster, and you know, he flies hard for a living, and as soon as he's done flying ag cat or whatever he's flying, he's in a plane flying more.
I mean, this is where the passion for it starts, right?
Yeah.
Is getting up and flying the airplane. And you can make a great career out of it, but I really think that even if you go to the airlines or go corporate or whatever, you should still every once in a while go get proficient in a little GA airplane. Just go fly for fun.
Yep. Yep, I'm with you on that. I don't know if you've ever heard of a legal eagle.
I have not.
A legal eagle is, in its basic form, is an ultralight. And it's based off a half of a VW motor, and it's 3-axis. It's the flight surfaces are covered in fabric, and the rest of it is just you know, frame tubing. That plane, I'll have to say, is more fun to fly, but just because of what it is, and really you fly it, you know, treetop level.
Yeah.
And you've got the wind blowing through your hair. You know, it's just it's a really, really great plane to fly as well. A lot of people aren't as comfortable, I think, in something like that because of, you know, they're small, they're open, they're underpowered. I guess I'm not saying anything that makes it nice, but they are nice. They're fun to fly on a perfect day. They're really nice to fly. If it's not perfect, they're not fun to fly. They're like you know, there's just too much work to keep them upright, basically.
Yeah, definitely. Here's the thing, this kind of flying is awesome for beautiful VFR days. If it is anything that is not that, it's not fun.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and you don't have anything in here. I mean, this is 100%. I've got some nav lights on the end, but none of the panel is not lit. So, you know, you got to make sure that you're in before dark.
Right.
So you're watching your sunset times pretty closely.
Yeah, I'm sure, especially this time of year where it's pitch black by 6 p.m.
Yep, where this plane is based out of is not lit. So this plane is actually based down in New Waverly.
Okay. Is that private as well, or is that public?
That's a private strip. It's in an air park. It's almost 4,000 foot long. It's probably 100 foot wide. It's a really nice,
nice
airstrip.
You can get a lot of stuff in and out of that amount of runway.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. There's twins. There's that T6 is the base there. Several little RVs, Comanches. You know, you name it. You can get anything in and out of a strip that long.
Oh yeah.
I actually flew this plane down from New Waverly down to South Texas a couple weeks ago. You know, that was a fun little trip. I had 18 knots on the nose, so I broke up the flight down there in a couple different flights.
Right. Well, and New Waverly is just north of the Bravo, right?
Yes.
So you'd have to go all the way around.
Yes, yeah, it's just above it, and yeah, you got to go around it. Or, you know, if I have the plane equipped, I go underneath the shells all the time to get to places that I need to go.
It's pretty easy. I mean, if you just look at your charts, I mean, I've done it plenty around DFW, you know, you just avoid the airspace and keep your eyes out.
Yeah, that's basically it. Keeping your eyes out is the key word. Today, people rely on whatever avionics they have, and if they don't see it blipping or something's not giving them a siren, they're not necessarily paying attention to what's going on out there. This plane in particular doesn't have ADS-B, so here we are. It doesn't show up.
Yep.
And so, which really and truly puts more pressure on whoever's flying a plane like this to be more vigilant, because, you know, that's all you have here is looking out.
Right.
The other planes have more to it and they rely on it, so, you know, you and I have to be looking out the window more than they do.
Right. That is, you know, I love all the new modern avionics, and they make a lot of things so much easier and better, but pilots really do become reliant. You know, when they say that it causes complacency, it's really true.
That's a true statement. And I think it's also the you know, the age that people grow up in, you know.
That's true. That's very true. I found the younger kids were much more like straight to the iPad. They wanted more flight. They wanted the ADS-B.
Let's go a little bit over this way.
Got it.
Yeah, you know, and that's not a dig against anybody. That's just, that's how my children, my boys, you know, I got 3 grown boys in the late 20s, early 30s.
How's that heading?
You're dead at it.
Got
Perfect. And, you know, that's just how they grew up, things they look at. So, my wife is also a private pilot, and 2 of my sons are pilots.
That's awesome.
All GA. But, you know, I fly outside the airplane all the time. I mean, and so we'll be on a heading. For me, that is just a generality. You know, we're gonna be doing this, and I might see something, and so I'm going to go over there and circle it, look at it, you know. And not Patty, she's dead on. She'll be at 2500 at 207 and will not deviate.
So she'll be your instrument pilot. There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah, she'd be good at it. Not me. I'm too loosey-goosey.
I get that. I like instrument. I think it's fun sometimes to just, you know, go through the procedures and follow the rules. But I'm very much like, I want to go, see that lake over there?
Right.
We're going to go that direction.
Yes. We'll turn once we get past that lake and I've looked at it.
Right. Like pilotage, you know?
That's right. That's right. All right, I'm going to lean over, and if you look past your GoPro, you'll see a clump of buildings.
I got it in sight.
That's Coulter Field.
All right.
Well, I don't know how you want to approach it, or you want to land it?
No, I'll let you land.
You don't want to?
I am not tail wheel current. So.
Okay, all right. You know, we're going to be landing to the south.
Okay.
So I don't care what you want to do. I guess we could go out here and come in at a quarter and get into left downwind.
So we can probably start inching it down to Patron as well.
Yep, whatever you want to do.
Assumes probably about 1500.
It's 367 elevation, so 1500 works fine.
Take it down to about 13, 14 then. I'm going to eyeball about 1,000 feet above the ground, and then I'll let you confirm that for me.
All right. That's exactly what I like to do.
Yeah, I mean, well, and once you got enough hours, you know, you can tell those things, right? Again, you liken it to driving a car. You know when you're going around 45 miles an hour. You know when you're around 1,000 feet above the ground.
That's true. We have a game we play, which is how high are those clouds right now?
Yeah.
We look up, go.
Yep.
We all guess. Then we go and check it out. Sometimes you get fooled, but not real often. You're pretty close.
Yeah. Usually, I feel like the times it gets me is usually like a really smooth overcast layer. Sometimes it'll mess with your depth perception.
Yep.
Coulter traffic, White Champ 3690 Echo, about 3 miles east of the field. Be entering a left downwind for runway 15, Coulter traffic.
Alright, we'll bring it around here and then just swing it around. And then I'll let you take it on downwind.
Alright. You take it as far as you are comfortable. In fact, if you want to bring it all the way in, get on final, just see if you like it.
Sure, alright.
You know, and if you're not liking it, let me know. I'll be ready to get right on it.
Sure. I'll probably give it to you. Like I said, I haven't flown tailwheel in about 4 years, so
Okay.
I'll let you do the actual touchdown.
All right. You just tell me when you're ready, and then I'll get on it.
Sounds good. I'll lose just a little bit more altitude here. How'd I do eyeballing my 1,000 feet?
Are you at 1,000?
Just about 1,000 above.
Tell me when you want me to tell you.
Alright, let me get on my downwind, and I'll use that as my gauge to determine.
All right.
I think I'm slightly high, but pretty close.
You're at 1,300 feet. You're
So I'm
exactly
on
right.
it.
Dead on it.
Okay.
Good job.
Heck yeah, I still got it.
Yeah, you do.
You know, one thing I love about these airplanes too is the fact that they don't even have flaps.
No.
I love that. I'm like, it's literally just fly the airplane.
Yeah, that's one of the things I like about it too.
Alright, we're clear to the left, it looks like. I don't see anyone.
Nope, we're good out there.
Cool.
Coulter traffic, White Champ 3698 Echo is entering left downwind for 15 Coulter traffic.
There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty dang good.
Yep, good job.
Start easing that out a little bit. What kind of airspeed do you usually look for out here?
Anywhere 70, 80 out here where we're at, and then when I get on final, I'll start cutting it back. And if I'm in a place that's tight and I'm a little high, you know, this thing slips really nice.
Cool. Keep it
So you're doing great.
far out here.
Coulter traffic, White Champ 3698 Echo, we are left base for 15 Coulter.
Alright. Pull that back a little bit more, a little high. Final looks clear.
Yep.
Pull back up high a little bit more, a little bit of back pressure. We're seeing about 70.
This might help you too.
Yes.
Feel that? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and give you some more. Because I take all of it.
Yeah, that
away.
trim is very effective.
Yes, it is.
Alright.
Look at you.
A little bit more right rudder, straighten that gal out. Alright, I'll go ahead and let you take controls here.
Alright, I got it.
You got the airplane.
Give it a little more.
Yeah, as soon as that power came back, it really lost that altitude pretty easily.
Oh, we got a little...
Little crosswind.
Yeah, a little... some fun here. Yeah.
Nice.
Little fun. Makes it exciting.
Awesome. Nice work.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. You did all the work. I just went on a nice flight and ran my head that everybody says I'm good at, so.
Coulter traffic, White Champ 3698 Echo, back taxiing 15 to the ramp. Coulterville.
Awesome. Well, it's a fun little flight over here.
was
Thanks
fun.
for letting me fly it.
I'm glad you did. You know what? That's what, you know, I mean, I fly it and I like to fly it, but what's more fun is people that either haven't or, you know, even people that have never been in a plane to get this thing up in the air and turn it over to them. And if you do like to fly and you like old planes and tail wheels and all that, this is one of the best ones to fly, most fun.
Coulter 3698 Echo clear of the active.
Thanks for taking me up in the Champ, Rusty. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me fly it, too. It was fun to test my stick and rudder skills. It's been a minute.
Well, you did good. It was fun flying with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave us a like and a comment and subscribe. We've got a lot more coming. And if you have an airplane that you want to show off, make sure to send me an email, dakota@flyingdoodles.com. And it's our patrons that make this possible, so make sure to check that out, patreon.com/flyingdoodles.